Nithyanandam, my name is Ma Anupama and I'm here in the beautiful Bangalore Adinam, the ashram here of my Guru Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda Swami, who runs thousands of such Adinams, ashrams and centers across the world. I'm very happy to be introducing my YouTube channel out here. My dear friend Swarupa Priya bullied me, inspired me, did everything possible to get me telling the story. And I'm glad because all that I've been through over these last 5 years is something I really, really want to share. So before this, we were in Seattle. I was with Microsoft. I was running a big business for Microsoft, and I was living the regular world. Grew up in a convent. Married my college sweetheart, have 2 children, was living what the outer world defined as success. And somewhere, like 5 years ago, when I met Swamiji, I veered off that path that the world said was successful and started to explore the spiritual life, the spiritual dimension of me. And since then, it has brought me so much fulfillment, so much completion. Like I said before, I feel like I'm a better wife, a better mother, better, corporate, a person in the corporate world, basically a better me, just from having discovered this spiritual path of mine, thanks to Swamiji. So I thought today in the introductory video, I'll share about that one moment which really changed the course of my life, which really made me veer off this path which the world had primed for me as success, and which I was living. I had a lot of momentum behind, and I was actually quite happy with. Something where I veered off into what might seem like a tangent, but really which was the true purpose of my life, which is the true calling of my life. I know I have a lot of friends from Seattle, which is where I used to live, and people from Microsoft, people in the world that I lived in before, and they're very curious about it. They were like, "What happened to you?"
You got dreadlocks.
I got dreadlocks, and if you'd seen me then, I wouldn't really wear a bindi, or I might be in shorts all the time. And what brought about such a massive shift in my thinking and in my lifestyle and what I believe in, right? I would say it really started, I attended this program by Swamiji, my Guru Paramahamsa Nithyananda, called Inner Awakening. And he does a lot of really very powerful processes and meditations and self-discovery. He does a lot of really powerful techniques and processes within this program, which it's almost like you discover yourself. You, for the first time in your life, you find yourself. And I'll recount this one meditation really which changed the course of my life. It was a meditation which really helped you understand what is the purpose of your life. As Hindus, we believe that you have multiple births, and you take life based on a purpose that you want to fulfill. And there's no right or wrong about it. It could be you want to experience blissful relationships, or you want to make a lot of wealth, or you want to go into enlightenment. There's no right or wrong, but it's a purpose that you have now chosen and are living. So this meditation very powerfully helped us get in touch with the true purpose of our lives. This was when Swamiji was working on our different energetic layers. We have different energy layers. The body is just, it's called the Sthula Sharira, which is the manifest, you can see it. But other than that, you have the pranic body, the pranic layer, which is where all your desires are stored, or your mind layer, the mental layer, which is where all your guilts are stored, or your pains maybe. You have Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is where your visualizations, your cognitions of life are stored. So you're not just a body like you see, right? So very beautifully in Inner Awakening, Swamiji was leading us through each of these different energetic layers and helping us achieve a space of completion, whether it was the guilts or helping us achieve that understanding of what it is our purpose of life is. And this one very powerful meditation we did, we started off, Swamiji said, okay, write down all the things you really desire in life. And I had I think 25, 30 on there. And we did this very powerful meditation. You stand in a particular posture and then you breathe a certain way, which helps awaken what might be this latent realization in you. And after that, you do this exercise again to say, okay, what is really your true purpose? And when I did it after the meditation, I had maybe from 30 whittled down my list to 3 or 4. And after that, it is so cool. We all get to go and get a personal moment, one-on-one moment with Swamiji, which is called a darshan, where he actually does an energy transfer to you, within you. Most often, he just puts his thumb on your Agnya chakra, your third eye out here, or he might put his hand on your Sahasrara chakra, your energy point on the top of your head. And that seals that realization in you or awakens further realizations. I mean, we don't even know what it does, but all I can tell you is it's one of the most powerful ways for you to cleanse yourself, get in touch with your true purpose, and awaken special powers, really anything you want. And so after this meditation, I went up to Swamiji. It was right here, you know, in one of the halls here 5 years ago. And I looked at Swamiji and I said, okay, Swamiji, what is the purpose of my life? And I had this list of 30 and I had this list of 4, which I thought was the purpose of my life. And Swamiji looked deep into my eyes and I remember seeing his third eye and he said, the purpose of your life is clearly enlightenment. And I was like, ah. It wasn't even on my list of the top 30 things that I had penned down as things that I needed to work on or that I wanted to seek fulfillment from in this lifetime. But then after he said that, there was a realization, there was something in me, actually every part of me knew that that was really what I was seeking all along. And you know, yes, I was living a life maybe based on what society had told me, my parents had told me, or what made logical sense, but somewhere deep within me was this calling. It was really interesting. That was the moment when Swamiji, the only time really where he's told me, okay, ask me any question, I will answer it for you. And you know Swamiji, he can tell you anything about the past, present, future, far off galaxies, like the deepest, and literally any question you ask him, he will not only tell you the answer, he will give you an experiential understanding of it. He will give you an experience. And it was an open invitation and all I could say was, duh, it was so funny. But that was when I woke up to the true purpose of my life. And I'm very happy to say that I had within me, or I should say it awakened within me the strength and the courage to wear off the regular life, you know, being a director at Microsoft or living a regular world. Now, here I am in the Bengaluru Adinam attending a spiritual retreat. My kids are here with the Gurukul, learning not just the Western education, but also learning about Hinduism, the Hindu lifestyle, and awakening many Shaktis and powers and experiences that are you know, shared in the oldest of Hindu texts. Here I am, you know, radiating Hinduism. And I'm so happy about it. I'll end with a story. I remember my mother on Diwali, which is, you know, the festival of lights in India. She would wake me up in the morning, and that was probably the only festival we really celebrated as a family in a big way. She would wake me up in the morning and say, come on, take a bath and, you know, wear a traditional dress. And she would do an arati to us and put a little oil using a coin on my head. And we would so resist it. You know, we did not want to do it. We did not want to get up in the morning, and she would just do the arati. We'd go back to sleep. And from being that person that resisted Hinduism, that resisted the culture I grew up with, now to be living here radiating as a Hindu, not because you know, it was told to me, or Swamiji always says, you discover your religion, you're not born into it. So I feel so powerful and so complete and so happy to have discovered my religion, to have discovered something that not just gives me an experiential understanding, but also satisfies, you know, I'm an engineer, satisfies my modern, logical, curious brain too. So I found so many answers, and I found so much in Swamiji's teachings, which makes Hinduism so relevant to people like me, you know, in the modern world. So I'm very, very excited to share more about this, and I will, you know, I'll be definitely making more and more videos about different dimensions of these experiences. I'm very excited to be launching this YouTube channel, and sorry, Ma.
I was going to say they can ask you questions.
Yes,
and you'll answer
yes,
them.
yes. Please, feel free to ask me any questions. You can. There are like comments below,
Yeah.
so please post any comments down there. I'd be happy to answer them and share my experience, transmit this experience to all those of you that are interested. So thank you again. Thank you for listening in. Nithyananda.